Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cringe. I'm your host, Emma Gemma, and it only took a record-breaking 3 podcasts out the gate for me to hop on here, no makeup, and just really raw dogging it. Hopefully you can hear a difference right now. The reason, this is very impromptu, I just got a new microphone and a new laptop. Now, the new laptop was not for, don't you even dare. Suki is sitting right here and she thinks, this is not a toy, actually. Hey, I'm hoping this is going to pay for our bills one day. So don't start fucking this up. I'm serious right now. This is a 1-income household. You want wet food? Oh, don't knock it off. You want to be in here, then you got to act right. She loves hair ties. I'm going to get canceled for that, but Suki loves hair ties and I can't take it away from her. But cats are not supposed to have hair ties. I monitor it. I monitor the situation. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, new microphone. I really meant it when I said this was a single parent household. I paid $70 for this mic. And it is on a 6-month layaway plan. $11.99 a month. $11.99 a month for 6 months. I just want to take this time to say thanks to my family for helping me with the laptop. The laptop is for school, but it also helps with the podcast. So really just great setup all around. Everyone's feeling the good vibes. Like, we're kind of the talk of the ton right now. I heard on the street that that's what everyone is talking about right now. Everyone's like, wait, Cringe has a new setup? Wait, guys. No, guys, seriously, pause. Like, Cringe is kind of on the come up. Interesting to think about. That's a think piece. That's a think piece right there. Before we get started, I need to do something for myself. Y'all see this here book? Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Okay, I already posted this on my Instagram. I have not read it. I put it on my Instagram for the vibes. And I was like, it looks cunt. Everyone says that this is a great book. Have yet to start reading it. So I'm forcing myself to say on the podcast, by next week, I will have at least gotten like 5 chapters into this. And we'll check back in. It's going to be a book club with myself. Okay? So you guys can hear about Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Get ready, get into it, okay? If you guys have any book recommendations for me, that would be great. It's a reading girl summer. It's a babysitter girl summer. I'm babysitting this summer. Very chill, relaxed. And so I have a lot of time to like hang out with her. I have a lot of time to read. It's just a whimsical, magical time. Like, you look up whimsical in the dictionary, it's this moment right now. I almost started singing Feel This Moment with Pitbull and Christina Aguilera, but even I know my limits. I'm not going to hit a single note on that fucking song at all. I also need to make this very clear, you guys. Okay, on the last podcast episode, Don't Make Me Sing, I was talking about how I didn't believe that guy was a good singer. I never said that I don't think I'm a good singer either. And I don't think I'm a good singer, but I sing a lot. I sing in spite of what critics say. Like, I persevere is pretty much what I'm trying to say. Like, I set the tone, like I set the standard for like persevering and determination. Like, people can tell me, Emma, you're tone deaf. Emma, you can't sing. And I'm still here. Like, I'm, as Elton John once said, like, I'm still standing better than I ever did. Girl, Suki's back. If you don't, okay, you can be, first of all, you need to introduce yourself. That was rude. She's kind of in her teenage years. She's 2 now. Actually, on the agenda today was to talk about my Suki lore, because you don't know me without knowing Suki. She's literally my everything. So I got Suki. She's 2 now. I got her, like, what is it? It's 2024. I got her like a year and a half ago. I think she was like 7 months when I got her. Me and my ex got her together, and we spoiled the living shit out of her. She is the most spoiled cat of all time. It was a really lengthy custody battle. No, I'm just kidding. We both knew that like Suki was like my cat. Even though at the beginning I was having such bad allergic reactions to her, like I almost had to give her up. It was really bad. All I needed was an air purifier and a backbone. And so thankful it worked out. Like, truly, sometimes I get really emotional thinking about Suki. Like, this cat, like, this is the definition of an emotional support cat. The lowest points of my life, this cat, like, there were times I was like posted up on this shitty ass studio apartment bathroom floor, like sobbing my eyes out, and here comes Suki I could cry right now. And she just comes and like lays on my chest. Like she's just like, I've never had a cat like her. Like I've had so many cats. We actually just had this discussion in my house yesterday. Every cat we've owned since 2006 has been my fault. There hasn't been a cat that has entered this house that wasn't because anyone else in the house wanted it. It was always, I wanted a cat. And they would always end up becoming like the house cat, you know, like we just didn't have a bond or whatever. And I still love them. But you know, like when you get a cat and like it's supposed to be someone's, but they're for the streets. That's kind of what happened with every, like 7 cats. And then I get Suki. She's so funny, silly, and goofy. I named her. A lot of people wonder what I name her after. Like, is it Suki Waterhouse? No. I do love Suki Waterhouse, though. I think she's great. I just happened to be watching Gilmore Girls at the time. And I really liked the character Suki, Melissa McCarthy's character. And my ex wasn't fond of the name because he had a cat named Suki that ran away. And I was like, dude, no, she's just a Suki. Like, there's no way. There's literally no way it could be anything. Do not clean yourself on camera. Stop. Can you be a lady? Please. Have some decorum. Everyone, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dude, I'm out of focus because of you. You gotta go. I love you. I'm gonna tell your lore, but you gotta go. I realized I am a cat lady, like through and through. Once we did that little debrief, like at dinner the other day, and I realized just every cat. Started with Belle 1, okay? There have been 2 Belles, okay? Belle 1, I'll tell you the story. I was like 5, and I remember waking up, and I just hear my mom going, Belle, where are you? And she's shaking treats, you know, she's can't find her. And I'm 5, I'm distressed. I go, where is Belle? So I hop in on the search party. We search high and low for hours. Cannot find her. And my mom finally goes, Emma, I think she ran away with her boyfriend. All right, years go by. I forget that she says ran away with her boyfriend, whatever. First of all, why did you say boyfriend, Mom? That just gave me abandonment issues. She left me for a man? So our friendship meant nothing. Okay, our companionship meant nothing. Okay, all right, whatever. I'm like 16, 17. Divorce family meetup. Dad, mom in the car. Devin, me. We're talking about our old family pets, and I go, yeah, it's so sad that, you know, Belle ran away. And my dad just goes, no one's told you? And I go, told me what? And everyone just goes quiet. And I go, tells me what? They ran her over on accident. And then I was so young, they didn't, I get it. But they waited until I was 16 to tell me. And I don't think they ever would have told me if I didn't bring the story up. So that was Belle 1, and then I had Daisy, and then I got Belle 2. And I used to live out on like a big property, so we had like, it made sense for us to have like multiple cats because we would just let them outside and they would like live their lives and be happy and free. And then I got Denny. We still have Denny. I named him after Denny Duquette from Grey's Anatomy. You could tell I was a sophomore in high school. Okay. And then there was Kitty. I adopted Kitty from a family friend of ours because she was getting fucking severely bullied by a dog. And I was like, I know she's a bitch, but I kind of need her. Like, she's kind of fierce. Like, is she a cunt? Yeah, but she knows what she wants. I respect it. So, snagged her. She was so funny. Never had a cat hate me more in my life. But I loved her so much. She passed away. And then Stevie, my other white cat, who turned into a fucking asshole, he is so mad at me for getting Suki. I found him on the street, just walking in my neighborhood, and it just, you know, a love story. Loved him. Never had a cat so cuddly up until Suki. I leave to go to school. I come back. This fucker hates my guts. Oh, he hates my fucking guts. He attacked my face the other day. Like, he came in my room and he like was going to eat Suki's food because I keep her up here. Like, it's just, I treat her different. She's only an indoor cat, so I get her only indoor food. Like, it's just different. She uses the litter box. The other cats are indoor, outdoor. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So she, Stevie comes in here and tries eating her food. And I literally just parked the car and gotten home from school. I pick him up and I go, oh, Stevie, like, hi. And I go to give him a kiss on the face. He fucking latches onto my face. Oh my God. I think I have scars behind my ear. I'm so serious. It was swollen and red and he made me bleed and he was hissing in my face. I had to unlatch him from my face and throw him off of me. Oh, he hates me so much now. We used to be best buddies and now we're not. Today I just want to talk about like all the media I've been watching. Bridgerton, Inside Out 2, I just went and saw it. I kind of want to maybe talk about the Hunger Games depending on how much time we have. Okay, let's talk about Bridgerton because I'm pissed the fuck off. First of all, you know what? It's kind of me giving my opinion on it. I don't know how fair that is. Because I always, hated the story of Penelope and Colin. If you read the book, Colin is a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole. Same thing happens with like President Snow when they adapted it into the movie. You lose so much of that inner dialogue that makes them the unique piece of shit that they are. That like once it's in the show, you're kind of just like, I'm not really getting what's going. Like he's kind of a jerk, but he's also I don't get it. Colin in the book literally would have dialogue that was like, I'll never understand how anyone could love Penelope. You know, Penelope might be a bit bigger, but maybe she has some qualities to her. And I'm paraphrasing here, but there was one part where he literally goes, I never noticed that Penelope's eyes were this beautiful shade of green. They've been friends for 12 years. I know in the show they've only known each other for a little while or like crushing, whatever. Maybe it's been a while. But in the book, they're like actually spinsters, both of them. Like they're like late 30s. So it makes more sense that they get together. Like in the show, they're like, I'm a spinster. Like no one would love me, blah, blah. It's her 3rd year on the marriage mart. Is it really that, like they really think you're a dusty, crusty sack of bones by that point? God damn. They would send me off. They would send me off to the sea if I was in that time. They'd be like, this bitch has been single for how many seasons? Oh, she's done. Oh, she's so done. Oh, she's a harlot. Oh, she's laid with another. Oh, she's done. Send her off to a different ton. I can't do it. Get her out of my sight. Bitch. Whatever. I actually haven't even finished it. It really was that painful for me to witness because they just like, okay, they're already going to make the show based off of the terrible storyline that was Penelope's book, which she gets so fucked over. I just can't stand it. It just feels like, you know, she's been overlooked her entire life. And it's like the guy that should have known that she was hot and gorgeous and sexy this whole time is just like, oh, okay, yeah, this works for me now. This work for you? Is this fine? Did you make the dinner reservation, by the way? Sorry, I was on Xbox with the guys. Did you pick up Mountain Dew from... Like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, it makes me want to hurl. That's what the book feels like. The show, I really don't think it does that much better of a job of making it seem like, oh, like she's finally being chosen by her betrothed and, oh, they just love each other. God, go fuck yourself. Anyway, positives. Nicola, you got some great tits, girl. Girl, good for you. Okay, she has this scene in front of the full-length mirror. They showed that woman's tits, and I literally audibly went, great rack. I was all by myself in my room, and I'm posted up. I got my fucking chips next to me. Here's the visual. Great rack. Better than no man. Worse, probably, in a lot of aspects, if I'm being totally honest. Another positive, Kate and Anthony. I do feel like, to an extent, they're leaning in almost a little bit too much to the stuff online. Like, you know when a show becomes aware of how popular it's getting and they're kind of like, they're catering what they're doing to the audience too much? Like, it's pandering. Like, I don't know. I feel like Kate and Anthony's relationship, it's very cute. I love how obsessed they are with each other. But I felt like there was too much of them in a season that was supposed to be about Penelope and Colin, no matter how much I can't stand the match. Even though it's a love match, quote unquote. Y'all can say whatever you want. Colin thought he was settling, which makes me sick to my stomach because he does not deserve a rich woman like Penelope Featherington. Oh, it makes me sick to my stomach. The negatives. Yawn, boring, lazy, sloppy. I just wasn't fucking with the production. It's losing the feel of a period piece to me. Like, okay, you know what took me out of it? Like, a lot of people are kind of being over dramatic with like, oh, it doesn't feel like a period piece. The reason I don't feel like it is because we're not getting a lot of scenes with them just like fucking around outside, promenading. I don't know. It's just something. There isn't something there that was there in the first and second season. There's not enough world building outside of these elaborate parties, and I'm not loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. not in it. What took me out fully, every time there was a shot of Penelope with a full set of acrylics, dude, really? Just paint her nails with a varnish. They had nail polish back then. Mama, let's research. Yes, people had nail polish in the 1800s, but not in the form of liquid nail polish that we know today. Oh, instead people polished their nails with creams, tinted powders, or clear varnishes and then buffed them until they were shiny. Some women also dyed their nails with henna or scented oils. See, look, I wouldn't have fucking known that if I didn't look it up. If you would have put Penelope in a nice, subtle, little nice little subtle, like, baby pink moment, a bubble bath, little OPI, little varnish, I would have been quiet. Instead, you have her in a full set of acrylics. What are we doing here? Get it together. It just pisses me the fuck off. The 8-episode curse is ruining television, by the way. I can't stand this shit. And I hate the 2-part thing. I lost interest. I literally lost interest. I haven't watched the rest of it. If they would have dropped all 8 episodes, I was so invested. I put my phone in the other room for the first 4 episodes. Once again. Imagine me in my sorority house, though. Oh my God, wait, what's going on? It was a beautiful moment. Part 2, I'm sitting here and I go, great rack. That was about it. The book had so much more to it, even though Colin was an asshole in it. I think they should have showed how much of an asshole he is, but you can't really do that in 8 episodes when you're trying to follow 17 different storylines. I'm not watching this for that one couple that suddenly became rich. I don't remember their names. That's not why I'm watching. I'm sorry. Oh, that was pissing me the fuck off. I was like, what's going on with Paulin? What's going on with, is she Lady Whistledown or are people finding out? I literally don't care about this random kid becoming a lord. I just don't care. And you know what? I would care if they had their own season. Give them a spinoff. But I don't care enough to be stepping away from the main shit. I really don't. I really do not. Last thing. So where was that scene that they talked about in the interviews where Nicola said they were pretend banging so hard they broke furniture? Yeah, I had that written down in my calendar. I had that written down. I had it penciled in. 7 p.m. sex scene in Bridgerton, broken furniture. No, it's there. Check. It's on the shared Google Calendar. I literally sent you an Evite. No, it's not my fault that you're not checking the calendar. No, if you get in trouble with the boss, that's your fault. But you need to be checked up on your tasks. I'm finishing my tasks. It's penciled in. Look. Yep. And you see it right there. Yep. Bridgerton sex scene, breaking furniture. And you're not there. Where was it? Oh, I was so pissed. Also, I was also just underwhelmed with them too. Like, dude, at one point, Penelope is literally planking, bruh. Like, no legs in the air. Colin on top of her. I'm going, where is it going? Where's his thing? Like, she's literally posted up, like, legs. I'm like, maybe I don't understand how this works. Like, where is it going? I don't know. It just didn't seem as choreographed as it has in past seasons. And truthfully, I don't really watch Bridgerton for the sex scenes. They are a nice additive. Makes it more interesting. But I don't know. A lot of the season just felt like underprepared and like, I don't know, it just wasn't really doing it for me. Anyway, moving on. I just saw Inside Out 2. It was so great. It was so cute. When the first Inside Out came out, when it was brave enough to come out during Pride, I think I was 8th grade or freshman in high school, maybe. What year did it come out? 2015. Oh, shit. What? Okay, I was fully a freshman then in high school. Great movie. The second I sat down in that chair and I heard that dun, 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 like the Inside Out music, I could have cried, but I was with the girl that I babysit and I was like, I can't let gang see me slip. Can't let gang know that I'm messing with this heavy, you know? The anxiety character, fucking obsessed with her. Oh, I'm actually like in love with her. Like, so cute. I just want to pinch her little cheeks. Like, it's so the epitome of anxiety. So the epitome of anxiety. And we talked about last episode, I had a really bad anxiety disorder. I think it did a really great job at identifying like things leading up to an anxiety attack. Like, spoilers ahead. Pretty much the movie starts out with Joy keeps taking all of like the embarrassing moments and like bad moments that Riley has throughout her day and shooting them in this new contraption to the back of her mind. And throughout the story, yada, 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 she gets all the way to the back where she had shot all these terrible bad memories. And there's like this avalanche, whatever, of all those glass orbs with the bad memories. And they all flood into Riley's like conscious mind. Like they come to the forefront of her mind. And that's when like the panic attack happens, right? I just thought it was really great, like imagery on how that stuff works. And it's like, it's not even just that anxiety is one emotion. Like it's multiple. It's anxiety, it's anxiousness, it's joy, it's anger, it's sadness. Like it's all these different things mixing into one. It was really great. I think one of the better parts of it was right after the attack. The attack. Why does it sound like I'm talking about 9/11? The attack. The panic attack. She's finally like coming to, and she does like, you know, if you have a panic attack, you know, where you're like finally coming to and you just kind of like feel stuff under you and like you're so much like you're present and you're like, okay, like I'm back, you know. And oh my God, I almost cried. So she does that. She does a little feeling thing and she gets back on the ice because the whole thing is she's like playing hockey and she fucked up, whatever. She's trying to get on this club team or high school team. After this panic attack, I could cry now, dude. It was so just like, oh, it was so real. She steps out onto the ice after having this like really like crazy moment of all of her emotions. And the sun just like comes in through the window and it just like hits her face and she just kind of sits there for a moment. Oh, do you know how many times I have been there in my life? Oh my God. Just down bad crying at the gym. Having a horrible panic attack and you finally come out of it and you just feel like the sun on your face, the wind in your hair. And I think having an anxiety disorder has made me more grateful for like the good things in my life. And I think that's what that was trying to display is like choosing to focus on the positive right after something so terrible. You know, being intentional with that feeling of like the warmth of the sun and the color. And I love how they use color in the movie. It's really interesting. Joy, like, obviously she's supposed to be like the happy one. There are times when she's like glowing blue because like she's sad or whatever. It's just really interesting how they use color in the movie. I really love it. I want to see it again I'm not going to pay for another fucking movie ticket, but when it comes on Disney Plus, like I'll definitely watch it again. Like I want to like deep dive into it. Okay. Last episode I was talking about, I referenced the Smiling Friends. If you watch the Smiling Friends, hi, you're hilarious. Smiling Friends is so good. It's on HBO Max, not for kids whatsoever. It is crazy ass animation, but like the conversational humor in it is so fucking funny. Like it's so funny. There was just this scene where they found out that the earth is flat in the show. Oh, it's so funny. It's just a great show. Now, hey, what the fuck is going on with people thirsting over the Smiling Friends? Look up the Smiling Friends on your own time. They're little animated characters. One of them looks like just a tiny little baby. I just want to pinch his little cheeks. There was a scene where he got mad and people were like, I need him so bad. What are we talking about? Y'all, what the hell are we talking about? Guys, I never explained how I went. Oh my God. Okay. Wait, full circle. Let's talk about finding weird things attractive. Okay, Smiling Friends weird. Let's talk about how I went to Furcon twice. I forgot to explain this. I had people on the first episode be like, Furcon once but twice. That's not an accident. That's a pattern. Accident. Okay, let me explain this to you. Like I said in the last episode, I played volleyball. I think I mentioned it. I played volleyball for a really long time, like 13 years. I did, I played club in like 5th grade, all the way until I played in college. And I would do the normal circuit of high school for 6 months, take like a 2-week break, and then club for 6 months. And like in that time is like summer league and all this stuff. Like I was playing volleyball all the time. If you are from Northern California and you had to go to a fucking volleyball tournament in the Bay Area, you already know where I'm going with this. I think it was the Bayview Classic. Or it was like somewhere in San Jose. For some ungodly reason, they would schedule at the same convention center every year Furcon on the first floor, girls volleyball tournament on the second. If you're watching on video, here's a picture of me with a furry for proof. Oh my God. Like, what were they thinking? Like, actually, what were they thinking? It was some of the craziest times of my fucking life, dude. I remember my mom and I get to our hotel, and she had literally said, I hope you don't see any of those, like, furries fucking running around, dude. We have our suitcase, and we're going up to our room, and the elevator door opens. You guys, I can't make this up. There are 6 furries in full costume. No one has the head off. Full costume. Standing in, like, around the perimeter of the elevator. Oh my God, it was the scariest moment of my life. My mom held my hand. She held my hand. She thought we were gonna die, dude. Oh, it was literally so bad. And we're just riding up, and you hear the dun, 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 like the fucking elevator music. I'm surrounded by 6 furries. I've never ran out of an elevator that fast. One night, my mom and I, we walked to go get pizza. Down the street, I just see this lone furry rat, like a furry, and his cosplay was a rat, just walking by himself, kicking trash along the sidewalk. There was this one, it was a different rat. Many rats at this convention. This one was there every year without fail. Like, I honestly think it could have been 3 to, no, I don't want to say 4. I mean, maybe it had been 3 years that Furcon was there. This army suited up rat was there every year. I don't know if I can find this fucker. What is this? What's going on here? Well, and you know what? I am going to log off of this tab. I am going to be getting a call from the FBI asking what the fuck's going on. Every year it was horrifying because we literally had to walk through Furcon to get to the elevator to get up to the convention center. Every year, without fail. I need to talk to whoever the fuck was setting up that tournament, because what's wrong with you? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And that goes for scheduling, and that goes for making a Furcon suit. I'm sorry, y'all. It freaks me the fuck out. Cancel me. But I don't think people should be dressing up as animals and banging for fun. Dude, God. I was thinking about that hotel. I wonder how many fucking people in furry costumes were banging that night, dude. There was something else I was going to talk about. I can't remember. Like a funny story. Do I want to talk about the Hunger Games? I have so many notes on the Hunger Games looking me straight in the eye. Okay, you know what? Let's discuss. So, there's a new Hunger Games coming out. Sunrise of the Reaping. Never been more excited. There is a Mockingjay necklace that is tucked away tightly in my closet right now. I wore that every day of 6th grade. And I'm serious. My mom made me take it off for my school picture. Don't know why she did that, because I still wore it every other day. It just made sense at the time. It was the vibe at the time. Suzanne Collins is known for only writing books like when she has something to say, like The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That took me by surprise. That's the newest book that just came out. I was never expecting there to be an additive to this series, and I was kind of hesitant at first, but it was fucking great. I mean, it was just fucking incredible. Just so good. I will say that anyone who finds President Snow hot, I think you need to call your therapist or get in contact with one. Not once in reading the book or watching the movie did I think that this now known child killer was hot. Buzzcut Snow, I'm not getting it. I didn't get it. I did not get it. And maybe at the time I was kind of in it, maybe a little bit. And then after I was just like, no. Because if you read the book, he's such a fucking asshole. This guy, like in the book, you literally know that he just sees Lucy Gray as like a pawn in a political game. In the movie, they make it more like he's in love with her. in the book, there is that more kind of pull of like, does he love her? Does he not love her? But it's so clear it's a political thing in my mind. I was like, this guy is doing nothing for her and everything for himself. Sorry. Did he save Lucy Gray for like, because he loved her? Or did he save Lucy Gray because he wanted to be the victor and go to college? Probably to go to college. Okay? I'll never believe him. So anyway, Sunrise of the Reaping is supposed to take place around the second quarter quell. If you don't know what a quarter quell is, every 25 years, they pretty much have like a beefcake Hunger Games where they just make it more fucked up. Kids die in crazier ways. All for $19.99. Call this number below. Call this number below. Place your bets. WWE SmackDown Kids Edition. Pretty much. This second quarter quell is known to be when Hamish Abernathy, which is the mentor of Katniss and Peeta, participates in the games. Because to become a mentor of new tributes, you had to have won yourself, which is very rare for District 12. There's only ever been 4 victors. That's Lucy Gray from Ballad. That's Hamish. And then Katniss and Peeta. That's it. Ever. Of all time. Only 4. So we know that this is like the time period that this is when Hamish is supposed to be in the games. They already told us how he won and everything. They tell us everything and why Hamish is the way he is in the second book in Catching Fire. It's like 20 pages. Talks about him in the games, what happened, how he got like fucked up because he like won in a fucked up way. Let's get into it a little bit. So the second quarter quell, what's so fucked up about Hamish's games, like I said, because each one is a little bit more fucked up and twisted and all this stuff, was instead of there being 2 tributes from each district, there's now 4. So there's 2 boys and 2 girls coming out of every district. So instead of 24 kids fucking WWE fighting, it's 48. That's a lot of money going into WWE franchises' pockets right there, okay? 48 fucking tributes. So that means 47 kids are about to die. One's about to be the lone victor. Hamish is one of the tributes that's drawn. He gets drafted into the Hunger Games. He's not close to any of the tributes at this point. He gets to the arena. It's like the most gorgeous fucking arena you've ever seen in your life. Think of like the Swiss Alps, just like flowers like across the meadow and just gorgeous, and snow in the mountaintops. Like it's just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And when the gong goes off, a lot of the tributes are so taken aback by how beautiful everything is that Hamish is able to easily run to like where all the supplies are in the cornucopia and secure a few things. He got like a backpack with like a bowl. I think did he get the knife then? He got a gun, just like a few things. And he runs off into the woods. From the start, for some reason, he's dead set on getting to the edge of the map, like the cliff. That's like, there's a force field around the whole arena and he wants to get to the very edge of the map, right? He's so determined to do this that he makes it through like venomous butterflies. He runs into 3 career tributes during this venture. He could have turned around. He was like, no, like on my way. Say less. I'm on my way. He ends up killing 2 of the career tributes, even though he is like much smaller than them. Like he just like outcunted them. Like he outfierced. He's Sasha Fierced, right? He killed them, 2 of them with a knife, but then he gets disarmed by the 3rd. And the 3rd one, he's literally about to be killed. Like, they're about to, like, fucking slice his neck. And Maisley Donner, who is one of the female tributes from District 12, kills that career tribute with a poisonous dart. Hamish and Maisley end up, like, creating an alliance. And they end up getting really far with this alliance. And they continue on this path that Hamish wants. He's like, I'm getting to the edge of the map. They're trekking it out to the edge of the map. And they realize that they have become, like, final 5. Like, there's literally 5 of them left. And they realize if they don't split up now, they're going to end up having to kill each other. You know, it would be a pre-Katniss and Peeta sort of thing. You know, battle it to the death. So they split up. And they split up, like, right as they finally made it to the edge of that map. So Maisley leaves. And as she leaves, Hamish kind of looks over the cliff. And he kicks a pebble down into this giant ravine that's there. Like, there's this cliff, giant drop, can't even see the bottom. And then there's the forest field, like, maybe 20 feet away. As he kicks that pebble down, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, the pebble comes shooting right back up. And he kind of laughs. He's like, fucking what? He's like, okay. He had a feeling like the force field may be something. We assume. Like, he never says that he knows it's going to be it, but he just, I don't know, he just has this determination of getting to the end, and then this ends up working. I don't know. Right as that happens, he hears Maisley, like, get killed. She got killed by, like, these birds or something. And he holds her hand as she dies. It's very sad. And then 3 other tributes die, and it's just him and this female tribute from District 1, a career tribute. They battle so fucking hard. He takes out her eye. Dude, she fucking cuts his gut open and he has to hold his intestines into his stomach as he is running back towards that cliff. Holding in his guts, dude. And people are like, why is Haymitch an alcoholic? If I touched my spleen, if I touched my large intestine, yeah, I'm going to be throwing back a shot or two every day. Maybe 7. There's just no way I'm going to be sober when I know how squishy my intestines are. No thanks. No, thank you. The Career 1 tribute is like right on his trail, ready to fucking kill him. And so Haymitch gets to the cliff, turns around and sees the Career 1 tribute. And she's just like, I'm about to win the Hunger Games. She throws an axe at him and he falls to the ground and it goes over the cliff. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Didn't even see it coming. Comes right back, poof, right between the eyes. Haymitch wins the Hunger Games, but on a technicality. On a, what the Capitol sees as a rebellion, as a means of making the Capitol look foolish. Dude comes home from having his guts spilled everywhere, wins the Hunger Games, survives 47 other tributes, trying to kill each other and trying to kill him. The Capitol has killed his mom, his younger brother, and his girlfriend for defying the Capitol. This is a theme in every single Hunger Games book. Every District 12 tribute is never set up for the Hunger Games. The only way they can win is by cheating the system. And the Hunger Games, they're literally modern classics. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if they were marketed to young adult, whatever at the time. No, they're modern classics. It holds up a mirror to American government. They come from a poor area, little access to food, water, shelter, safety, and they have to cheat their way to survive. Every single one of them. It's not a coincidence. Snow starts the rebellion. He starts it. He starts this cheating. He's the one that puts the handkerchief that smells like Lucy Gray in with all those fuck-ass snakes. And it's a rebel from District 12 that quote-unquote cheats or makes a mockery of the Capitol by gonna eat these poison berries, or unless you let me and my boyfriend live. That motherfucker is the one that takes him down. Oh, it's a full circle moment, and it's beautiful. Okay? Now, I literally just described to you what happened to Haymitch, so what the fuck is this book going to be about? I think it's going to be heavily about Maisley Donner, the girl that died in the arena. I also think it could be about Katniss's mom, because Katniss's mom was very close to Maisley Donner. And that's actually how... Oh, my God, that's so crazy. Oh, I just love this series. That's how Katniss gets the Mockingjay pin. It's originally Maisley's. And then it ends up... I know that the pin is Maisley's. I don't remember how it gets to Katniss. Hold up. Okay, that's right. So she originally receives it from her friend Madge Undersea, and Madge is the mayor's daughter. And it's shortly before the reaping. Convinces her to take the pin as a tribute token, an object that tributes can carry into the games to boost morale. But how is it related to Maisley? Okay, in Catching Fire, Katniss learns that Maisley Donner, a tribute from District 12 who died in the 50th Hunger Games, was the original owner of the Mockingjay pin she wears. Maisley was a friend of Katniss's mother and Madge Undersea's aunt, who later gives Katniss the pin. That's how it works. Okay, I knew there was like a full circle moment, but I didn't know how it came about. I could not remember. We will get more information on Katniss's mom. After I was kind of like thinking about it a lot more, there's just no way this book is going to be about Haymitch. I think he'll be in it, but he's not going to be the main character. I really think this is going to be world building for Maisley Donner and like other characters, and giving more context to Katniss's mom and how much fucked up shit she went through. I just love these books so much, and I truly believe they will be considered modern classics in like 50 years. It doesn't matter who they were marketed to at first. They are, in fact, the moment. They're the best books I've ever read. And I think that like when you're a kid, I think like when you're like in middle school, everyone kind of picks a lane. You're either Harry Potter, you're Hunger Games, or you are Percy Jackson. Those are the big three. Those are my big three. Hunger Games Sun. No. Harry Potter Sun, Hunger Games Moon, Percy Jackson Rising. Like, that's my big three, Actually, I never really checked into Percy Jackson, but Harry Potter I got into as I got older. Thanks, Zoe. It's because of Zoe. Shout out. And I was just always a Hunger Games kid, and I think they just stand up so well. Like, I reread these books maybe 7 months ago, 8 months ago, maybe a year. God, actually, it has been a year. I reread the book so that way I could read the new ballad book. And they just still hold up so well. And they don't read like kids books at all. They don't read like, yeah, it's YA, I guess, but like the underlying message of them is just crazy. The more I read it, the more political things that I missed when I was a kid would just pop out. Like it never registered for me. Like the people in the Capitol are so fine with killing all of these kids every year for the rest of fucking time. In Catching Fire, when they're trying to stop the 75th quarter, like Hunger Games, the quarter quell, every tribute, like it was like tributes that had already been in the games were reaped because all this shit was happening, whatever. Go watch the movie. It's amazing. I don't want to bore you by explaining it. They're saying anything to try to stop these games because they're like technically celebrities at that point. Like they've already been in the games. People know them. Like people don't really want them to go on the games, but it's also like, this is kind of crazy. We want to see who wins. Like this could be fucking awesome, you know? This could be fucking sick. Fucking Hunger Games All-Stars. Fucking awesome. Anyway. So they're all just saying shit to try to get it shut down, you know. One of them says like Beatty says like, well, if the Hunger Games were written into law, I'm sure it can be unwritten. And Caesar's like, maybe. Anyway, next guest. The thing that pisses me off the most now. It's an iconic scene where PETA is being interviewed. And so he says, if it wasn't for the baby, insinuating that Katniss is pregnant, right? The uproar that the Capitol has because, oh, now what is it? Oh, there's an unborn baby. Oh, now we care. Oh my God. If that just isn't America right now, I don't know what the fuck is. Watching it now, Catching Fire now, I watched it like a week ago. It made me want to rip my hair out strand by strand, rip my arms off and legs off limb by limb. Just fucking crazy, dog. Like, what the fuck? Oh, it's just so good. It's incredible. Okay, I think that's it for today's episode. I've been yapping a lot today. I've been yapping a lot. Okay, hope you found this interesting. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials at Cringe Podcast Official on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sending you guys all the love. Have a great rest of your week. Love ya.